So Every day, my oh my, what a wonderful day.
People in my year, 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year. People in my year, 2016 is also never been better than my life. Every year is my fucking year. It is from a great year. If I need to sell, if I need to celebrate, sleeping back home, it's like I'm never missed.
Who's there? Boogie. Where'd everyone go? Oh, bunch of assholes. Irish, come on the mic. Head pussy. Go on. Someone leave.
Hello? No, hold on.
Who's that?
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Anybody here?
Yeah, who's that? Can you hear me?
Yeah?
Yeah, who's that? Is that Uncle?
Yeah?
Man, what happened, man? What happened to New Zealand, man?
Oh, I told you they weren't going to win, eh?
Wow, what was it, 33 to 5 or some shit?
Yeah, 38-8.
Got hammered.
Yeah, injuries.
You guys got
injuries,
hammered.
Coaches and more injuries and just you got us at a transition.
Yep.
Yeah, I
sure
figured that
did.
was going to happen though. I think that's 4 in a row you guys beat us. And this one was the worst butt whooping we ever had. So, well, out of the 4 games.
It was embarrassing, eh?
Yeah, it was, man. I was, dude, I was like busy all day. And then I get back home just in time. I'll log on here to do a quick Facebook cleanup. And I had like 3 minutes, and then I jumped back on the TV just at the start of the game. And even the haka was pretty shitty. And it was like, oh, man, it's halftime. The first 3 minutes of the game, you guys get an easy roll in, and then there's 12-0, and it just kept getting bigger, 20-0 at halftime, and I'm like, oh man,
It died in the ass after halftime. Wasn't worth watching, basically.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, I came on back on here, did a quick few things, but yeah, I knew that was going to happen, man. The Australian, man, far out. They're just so good right now. And
Yeah,
man, well, they're back to they're back to on top. They're now number 1. You guys, man, that was awesome. I was like, man, I forgot how good English was at the center. There's just so many, man, that forward pack you got just amazing.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it kept pinning us on the back goal line, man. It was like, geez, man. Oh well. Yep. Back to Malmaninga and the glory of the Kangaroos. That was good stuff, but yeah, I was really hoping for a good game, but that was probably the worst one of the whole lot.
It was a good game.
Yeah. Well, we probably shouldn't even been in the finals, but I think England beat you guys because we only got a draw against Scotland. So, and then when they beat your guys, it kind of threw us in the finals, and it was like, oh, fuck's sake, this is gonna be an ugly one. Yeah. Oh well. Next time.
I'm just trying to get Boogie into the live stream because he doesn't know how to link in. I can see him. He's in the Hangouts. He just has to press the He doesn't have to link in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just messaging him now in the Hangouts.
Nice, man.
The new
I was
faces
trying to
you
get my
see.
shit to work, but I think Irish was in here for a minute, but I couldn't get my shit to work in time. But he had some crazy music going in the background.
Well, I hope he didn't get us copyrighted.
Probably not. It was just, I don't know. It was some random weird stuff. Like I think it was quite obscure, so I think we might be safe.
All right, fair enough. I'll just see what's happening in the chat room. I'll see what's happening in the comments section.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man,
We got Adams here. Good old Adam, the Aussie battler.
yeah, the Aussie Battler. That's a good nickname. The Aussie Battler. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave as soon as it gets busy. I'll leave the panel. That's what I like doing.
Yeah.
So I'm just here to keep you company until the last search comes on or someone like that.
Oh, my missus over here. All I got to say is, watch out, NRL. Here comes the Warriors after that ass whooping. We're sitting
That's
there.
the last
Oh
time.
man. What's
How
that?
about you guys dominating the union
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the
We
rugby
do.
union?
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Oh,
more
and so
important than rugby.
yeah, and league was dominated for like forever with the Australians until Stacey Jones finally got us on there. But yeah, back to that. yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that team is awesome, man. Awesome, I tell you. It's just as embarrassing as it was still just so clinical, man. The Australian Kangaroos played perfect NRL, man. The way
It was good
man,
to
I was sitting
watch
there going,
for a footy.
pardon?
For a footy fan, it was good to watch, regardless who won or lost.
Yeah, it's just that was so clinical, man. It was like, man, that's how it's supposed to be played.
That's right.
Yeah, Thurston is as usual, even though, yeah, oh, just oh well, it is what it is.
Yes.
Boston and Madam.
Yep. I'm gonna grab
What?
myself a drink. I'll be back in around an hour or so.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking off myself, and I've been
So
trying
that's
to
a
enjoy
problem.
the
Everyone's
sunlight. We're
invited,
getting
but
a lot of sunlight in the last few days.
oh, we are. We are. Over
So
here, it's
yeah,
pretty hot here in Sydney, mate. It's a
oh no
scorcher.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird. Like our sun's good, but our fucking wind. Like we're pretty fucking breezy right now, but it's like fucking Arctic blast wind.
Oh,
So
you're
in the
lucky.
car,
You'd rather
it's
have that than
fucking racing.
Australia.
Step outside, it's
Australia's
fucked
got
up.
yeah. Australia's got 100% humidity, so it hits you really hard.
Oh yeah.
Really hits you. It's thick and sticky. So, yeah. Anyway, Uncle, I'll see you. I'll see you soon, mate.
Yeah, man.
Take care, buddy.
Okay, grats, man. I'll see you in an hour. Yeah. Who we got here? Oh yeah. Oh, looks like we got a lot of the Newsmaxy. Yeah, cool guys. Right. The Kiwis got crushed ass. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take off, I guess, guys. Good to see y'all's in chat though.
What's up, gay man, dude?
Gay Mandu. What are you doing, Gamandu? Gamando.
What's up, gay man, dude?
Oh, Gay Mandu.
Gay man, dude.
Are you there, Gamando?
Oh, gay man, dude.
Nope. Fucking hell. Silence. Silence of the land.
No, I'm here, man, but my girl has music in the background and I'm eating.
Shut up. You ain't eating shit. You can't afford food.
Ah, shut your ass up, nigga.
What you been doing anyway, Amanda? How's life?
Hey, good, man. Good. I shot for a barbecue today. I got a brand new barbecue.
Did ya? Do you make many barbecues? Usually?
Yeah, I can. Everyone is listening to you over here. I got a bunch of friends over and the neighbors and shit. Give me a minute. Hold up.
Do you want me to tell them all about the Bible? Are they what color are they? What color are they? Are they all black people?
Mostly Hispanic and white.
Oh, white. Whites and Hispanics, eh? So
Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying?
Do you think as like we're listening, man? We're listening, but we're just eating.
All right. Well, I'll just
And
let them know then.
And I got
Yes,
music playing in the background. I don't want to.
Do
I
they
got
read the
music
Bible?
playing in the background. All right, go ahead. Do your thing, Adam.
Oh, well. There's 3 bloodlines in the Bible. There's Cain, and there's Abel, and there's Seth. Armando's a nigger, all right, with an ER, because he was a slave. And he comes from the bloodline of Abel. I'm just a little Irish chump boy, come from descendants of Irish, the slaves. So I'm also a slave. You could call me a nigger too. But I'm not from the same bloodline. I'm from the bloodline of Cain. So you got Cain, Abel, and Seth. Well, the other bloodline, so black people come from the bloodline of Abel. White people come from the bloodline of Cain. And Chinese people come from the bloodline of Seth. It's pretty easy to tell the rest of the world and how this world's run and what's what when you actually know that concept. When you put that concept into any type of life and use that as a decoding method, you'll notice that along the right lines. The only way that a Cain can interbreed with with a Abel is if Seth has already bred with one of those. So a pure white man cannot breed with a pure black man unless there's been some type of interaction with a Chinese man beforehand. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. The truth doesn't hurt. Not unless it's a big ass black dick. Then it might hurt. I'm going to invite Benny the Gangster. He's a good guy. He doesn't snipe anybody or anything. Because that guy always asks me questions. It seems like I'm talking to myself. Where is he? I can't even have him on my fucking friends list, man. Benny. Yeah, there we go. Benny the Gangster. Ah, buddy, are you there, buddy? Nope. You need to like open the panel up, Amanda, and put the link in the side chat. It'll be a lot easier, a lot better. Yeah. There we go. We might get some actual conversation. Like, it's pretty weird if I'm talking to myself the whole time. I need somebody else to fucking be here. Is anybody going to join? No one's going to join. There's a heap of people in the chat. Come on, guys and girls. If you have any questions to ask, Armando's the guy to ask. He's like a genius. Armando works for God. They could try to trigger me and it'll just end up fun, dude. I'm just reading Armando's comments. Armando Vargas says, Adam, they are scared of triggering you and I have copyrighted music in the background. Obviously you can't join then when you got talk when you got copyrighted music in the background, but they can try and trigger me if they want. I won't snipe anybody or anything. It'll be funny to watch me rage. It'll be funny. They can trigger me and watch me rage. As soon as I feel like I'm going to snipe somebody, I'll just leave. Because I don't want you to have to fucking deal with that. I don't want you to have to make another show. I'm going to like put the YouTube. Oh no, what have I done? Grab that YouTube part and put it in Benny's chat. They can come watch this show. I'm trying to help promote you, Armando. I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Uh-oh. So good it hurts. I don't like it. What was this? A4, do you know about the conspiracy of NSA introducing crack into black communities in America? If you knew what was really going on, then that's minute compared to what really went on, considering that if you were to be unbiased and look into the whole aspect of this so-called slavery and the so-called black communities being, like you said, what would it be? Having drugs introduced into their communities and whatnot. Who are the rich people in the world? Black people. Who are the ones that enslaved their own kind? Black people. Who are the ones that initiated slavery? Black people. Who are the ones that are really behind all the bullshit? Black people. All right? And then they put clauses in place. They put things in place to hide behind. So in Australia, every single Aboriginal person is allowed to be on benefits and they don't have to work for anything. They don't have to work for anything. And it's similar to in America. It's definitely in Africa, in Germany, same thing. And this is because they have these rights in place where they don't have to work and they can get some type of a government payment for doing absolutely nothing because they are the ones that rule the world and they hide behind paperwork. So the dumb ones that you encounter on the street, yeah, they're just the ones that they use as the front line to say, look, all Aboriginals or all black people are dumb. But when you get the smart ones, they're the ones that are actually writing the laws down and they put in place all black people should get benefits. So then their children, they benefit off that clause. Where myself, as a white person, I don't get any benefits. So for this white privilege bullshit to be out there and there's white privilege. No, there's fucking black privilege. Black people are allowed to say nigger. And then if I say it, it goes, oh, it's a shitstorm. And then, you get some big black fucking poofter that wants to sit there and like arse rape me because I fucking called him a nigger. And it's like, dude, you are a filthy nigger though. You are a filthy nigger. You want, and you never want to give. The only thing they're good for is the fucking hard labor. And yet they don't even do that properly. You know why? Because they're lazy motherfuckers. And when they find out that, they can use their brain instead of using their brawn, well, they use their brain to trick other people, like shamans. What color were shamans? I don't give a fuck about what nationality they were. All right, fucking Mayan. No, let's just say what color they were. They're motherfucking black. All right, and when they're fucking, if you wanted to be technical, the ones that had whiter skin were only lighter because they were put into hard labor and they had to work with concrete and whatnot. Have you watched the movie Apocalypto? Go look at all the slaves in Apocalypto. They're all white. And not that they're white-skinned, they've just got white powder all over their black skin. All right, so that indicates to me that the blacks enslaved their own kind, and over a period of time, some of them would have got a lighter tan because they were put into slave labor. So if you want to be technical, the white people, we're genuine. The black people, they're the ones that manipulate this society. Black people. Look at it. Black Panthers manipulating society. All right, look into the Freemasons. What does Freemasons actually stand for? Free is a word that you're supposed to, everybody should know. Free. Right, free to do whatever you want. Free. So, and what is a Mason though? Are you going to say like, oh, working with stone and whatnot, carving stone? No, Mason's a black name. If you fucking be unbiased and go back into history, Mason is a black name. So Freemason seems like it was some type of a community that was freeing black people from being able to be enslaved. And considering that they had that kind of type of society back in the day, that indicates to me that there was already smart enough black people that were able to make these type of fraternities or secret societies and whatnot. So then they could use that power to trick. If you don't know what a fucking clown is and the Joker is, then, it's hard for me to talk to you about it. It's hard for me to relay this message on to the docile sheep listening because you're all going to sit there and say, white power or black power. When it's like, dude, go back in history and look at the people that actually ran the world. It wasn't a fucking white guy. It was a black guy. Jesus wasn't white. Jesus was fucking black. But the thing is, Jesus was also gay. All right, so Jesus sitting there, everybody saying like, oh, Jesus was a good man, he used to go around and wash people's feet. Well, he did. He went around and washed people's feet, but majority of the people that he washed their feet were fucking male. All right, because he was a gay black man who introduced gayness, homosexuality into society. Blacks. Who are the ones that tend to be more outgoing if they are gay? Blacks. There we go, Rupert Cow. That's a good question. A4, how would humanity remove the divide among races? Well, there is not supposed to be any remove the divide. There we are supposed to be divided. So then we stand under the statement being made, to understand what job you need to participate in. All right, so if now we can go back to the Cain and Abel story, and it says in the Bible, Cain was the tiller of the land. He's supposed to be the one that harvests the trees and growth of the what would you call it? Trees and other things like that. Abel was the fucking, what was it, herder of flocks. So that indicates that he's supposed to breed the animals. So black people are supposed to breed the animals while white people maintain the vegetation, and then they barter and trade with that. And Seth's supposed to be the one that's the scholar that writes the stories. That's a bit obvious, but what happened was Abel was a greedy motherfucker, and Abel wanted to do 3 jobs so then he could take all the reward. So instead of having to barter for his, so instead of bartering some of his animals for some food and some of the knowledge that, is being kept by Seth and Cain, no, instead he just decided to do it himself. And that's where this world's fucked up. And people think that they can do everything. No, you're good at one skill set. You maybe have a few skill sets behind you, but you have one that you're outstanding at. Armando's to talk shit and antagonize people, but I know no doubt he'd be very good at breeding animals. So there we go. Here we go. What else do we have here? Can you read this, Bubba? I'm not too sure what that actually refers to, but I read it for you. Black people pretend to be so tough and gangster. They are ashamed of and try to hide the gayness in black community. Not very gangster to rub cocks, but the black man loves it. Well, like I'm saying, the most outstanding, what's the word I'm trying to, outgoing, the most profane, no, it's not the profane, what would be the word? The gays that stand out the most are the blacks. And that's for a reason. Because sin passed down through generation and from generation to generation to generation always stands out. So that indicates to me, somebody that's unbiased and likes to look at everything for what it really is, that indicates that the black man would have been the one to initiate gay sex. But white people have now also participated in it, and so has Seth. The Cain, Abel, and Seth are all participating in this homosexuality. So for me to say that that's completely wrong, well, it's not up to me to decide that. I think personally that they're going to get smited for it when they go to the next realm, and they'll have to come back and restart their lives all over again anyway. They'll be reincarnated in a sense, but that's not for me to judge them. All right. So each to their own. I'm here to decode the shit that I can see, and I can see, in my opinion, you're not supposed to get a dick in your bum, and you're also not supposed to suck vagina if you've got a vagina. All right. You're supposed to leave that shit for me. All right, by you sitting there and licking that vagina, you know how your vagina needs to be licked. So for you to lick that other vagina that way, you're hindering a male from learning that technique and passing it on to his next generation. So for all you fucking fat dykes out there, fucking lose the weight that you have on you. That's the only reason that you're a fucking dyke in the first place, is because you're too fat that no male ever wanted to go for you. Go out, get off your ass, go to the gym, get somebody like Flatty Plane to come and train you up. And then I'll fucking chop you. I'll give you a serving. Fuck, mate, I'll take one for the team. Too many dykes in this world, and there's too many faggots. If you were to look into Armando Vargas and his real identity, all right, then what you have to do is you just have to type this name into Google, Antoine Dodson. If you look up Antoine Dodson, I'll put it in the chat for you. That's Armando. Oh, I misspelled the last name, Dodson. Antoine Dodson. I've got photographic memory. So I remember when I seen you, Antoine Dodson, you looked exactly like Mr. Antoine Dodson. Have a look up Antoine Dodson, and you'll see that Armando might in fact be a gay black man. No, but if in all truthfulness, if you look at anybody that's in a position of power, their handler, if you want to call it that, the one that advises them is a black man. The black men are the one, and the women, the black community, the black people are the ones in positions of power. And they do this by putting white people in the position of power and then being the ones that advise these people. Buddy says, Adam, in caps lock, listen, what do you do for a living? Well, that's what I took it as, because you like got it all in caps. So if you want to like yell at me, I really don't know if I want to tell you what I do for a living. I live life, I eat food, and I drink minerals so that I can survive, I guess. Oh, you mean what type of job type of job do I participate in? Whatever labor at the time pays me some type of revenue so I can get to the next job that does the same thing. So if it happens to be some scaffolding, if it happens to be some factory work, then so be it. If it happens to be sales, then so be it. If it happens to be bartering, then so be it. I don't have one profession because I'm a professional. I'm a professional. That's what I am. I'm a professional, a professional. So whatever I participate in, I could earn revenue off that. What would I like to be? When I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. But I guess that's bullshit, considering that they've never been to space. So if I was to be realistic, what would I want to be? What would I actually want to do? I would want to write history down. That's what I would want to do. I'd want to participate in keeping what's been happening within our lifespan and put it down into some type of, what it would be, a scholar of some type, so that I can write the book, write the rest of the Bible. It's a bit naive that we've got a book that apparently has history in it, but yet we're not continuing this book. So in 1,000 years, they're still going to read the same Bible as we've read, and they're not going to get any insight to what we've done here. You know, there's no extension. There's 66 books within this canonized whatever it is, however you wanted to word it, but yeah, they're not going to continue it. And if they are, it's only certain groups that are allowed to participate in that type of a job. So I think that should be open to all of us, and I think that Cain deserves to be able to write his own type of history. I think that Abel, you've got your book. It's called a Bible. Our Bible was by bull. Abel is represented by a bull, and Cain is represented as a bear. So I think the bear deserves to be able to write his part of the story, or hers. Then Buddy says, so what are you doing to achieve that goal? What steps are you making to get to that point? Fuck. That potato went down the wrong hole. Shit. Buddy, I'm one of the only people that I know that looks at the Bible and tries to decode it and find out where I would be able to place myself, what bloodline I come from. I'm being unbiased, and I don't say that everybody comes from the same person. Everybody comes from that one person named Adam, and it's like, if you wanted to be naive like that, so be it. But in my personal opinion, certain bloodlines have participating in the history making, and they've left the other bloodlines in the lurch and unable to participate, like myself. So now I've jumped in and I've decoded it the way that I have. I've said that Armando's a black man coming from the bloodline of Abel. I am from the bloodline of Cain, and if you're Asian, you come from the bloodline of Seth. And now if I read the Bible, it says that Cain killed Abel. Well, that's wrong. That's a lie. Abel's still alive, considering his bloodline's here running a show, hosting a show, and there's a Cain on the show. So Cain and Abel are still together. The bloodlines are still interacting. So therefore, Abel was not killed in the fields. Therefore, we have to go back into the story that was told at that time and decode it properly. It says that Cain and Abel sacrificed things to the Lord. And if you look at that, well, Cain sacrificed vegetation and fruits and vegetables and other things of that sort, berries. And Abel sacrificed flocks of his own kind. Go read the Bible, because that's what it says. So that means that anybody that comes from the bloodline of Abel, black people, they sacrifice their own children in sacrificial rituals to the Lord, as you call it. Where Cain, he sacrificed vegetation, and in that story, it says that Abel's offering was looked upon in favor. How did they get this in favor? Where does this come from? Was there a speaking from the Lord? It doesn't say that God spoke to them and said he chooses Abel's offering over Cain's. I don't see that in any reference. It just, the only statement that is made is Cain's offering was not looked upon as a good and Abel's was. I want to know where this verification come from. In my opinion, and this has to be an opinion, but decoding the book, Abel's a dirty fucking liar, and he turned around to his brother and said, oh yeah, I can speak to God now because I sacrificed my own fucking children. Now I get to speak to God. And Cain turned around and said, you're a fucking liar. Like, I sacrificed fucking, like, the best of my fruits that I've grown the whole time. So he didn't speak to me. And then Abel said, well, he did. And then Cain said, well, fuck you. I'm going off into the wilderness, into the land of Nod. All right, that's a reference to a bear. So, you know, if you look at this unbiasedly, you can see that even though Abel wanted to lie, the truth always prevailed. Because there's a Canaanite, a Cain, sitting right here, right now, telling you that this motherfucker, Armando Vargas, if he's indeed a black man, he's not who he says he is. He'll try to take a role of power when he comes from the bloodline of liars. If we're going to talk about God, then we're going to have to refer to a male, I think, because most of the people in these chats will